Hey everybody, we're working on a heat block install for Commander Max. This is a 22, the 4-seat Max install is a little bit different than the 2-seat, so it's been a long time coming to get a video going on this one. Your pieces you get may look similar to this. We've made a couple changes. I started making them now in 2 pieces, way easier to install. If you do have 1 piece, feel free to just saw this bottom piece right up to the middle. It's going to install way easier for you. It will all still fit the same. So to kick it off, this is for your drive shaft loop. Comes over the frame here, and then your radiator lines will fit in here. This piece here is kind of a bear to get where it's supposed to be. So just be patient, wiggle it, and also know that you cannot wreck this material. Bend it, twist it, however you want. You will not hurt it. Just get it back where it's supposed to be. So when you put it in, just tweak everything around any way you can to get it in there and give it a shove. The key is there's a heat block, a heat shield between the engine and the back firewall. The heat block kit needs to sit between those two. That's what holds it in place and blocks the wind. Again, that middle piece is kind of a bugger to get where it's supposed to be. So, again, do what you got to do to get it there. When you're done, make sure this heat shield is not bent away from where it's supposed to be. Now, once that's in place, you should be able to move it around. Make sure you have ample room around all your hoses. If something is up in here that is rubbing on it, make sure you get some zip ties and get it out of the way. I've seen some different variations in how these are, how things are routed, I guess I'll say. So that piece is in. Second piece again, drive shaft loop. And I think you can fit this up, snake that up through here, and then just work it up behind that heat shield again. And that'll fall in there. And again, make sure that heat shield is not bent back away from it. That's what holds, kind of connects everything together, and you don't want it rubbing the heat shield rubbing on anything. Once you get to this point, make sure you have even space around your drive shaft and around everything else to make sure it's not rubbing. And then you can go ahead and put your screws in there, rivets, whatever you want. Right now we're using self-tapping screws. We may transition to rivets in the future here. So use whatever you like, but we do send self-tapping screws. For this side over here, this is where it really differs between the 4-seat and the 2-seat. The 4-seat has an extra brace here for rigidity because of the length. Also, sometime in 22, they started an inner fender well here, which you have to take out. There's some fasteners. There's a T20 Torx screw that you have to take out, and a couple of push pins. Comes out pretty easy. I've got the pins and screws out of this one, so I'm just going to shove it out of the way. And show you what you got. That sits up in there. You got a T20 screw here. Push pin, push pin, push pin. Not too bad to do. Harder to get back in than it is to get out. So then this is the side, this side over here, the easiest way to install this is to bring it to the fender well. Snake it in there between, it goes right in front of your clutch cooling ductwork. And it fits down over the railing like that. Make sure that all these are even or just above the frame bracing, so that your skid plate goes back on properly. And when this is in there, it should fit pretty snug. You can take this and tap that ahead to make sure that it's in place. That way when that wind coming from the back, forcing forward, it shoves that up against that back firewall to block that heat. And then again, you've got pre-drilled holes here. Drop a screw in there. If that's not where you want them, put them somewhere else. Screws or rivets, whatever you want to use. And then you're down to putting your skid plate back on. That's really all there is to it. Thanks for watching. See you on the trail.